most of our stress and anxiety, and even some of our sadness, it comes from either one, doing something that we know we are not supposed to be doing, or number two, not doing something that we know we are supposed to be doing. And once I heard this, man, it hit me so hard. And I look back on so much of my life, and even now, because yes, while I'm doing better now than I was in the past, I mean, I'm still human, bro. I still have moments where I'm down in the dumps, and I still have moments where I'm stressed or anxious. And yeah, there's different causes for all of it, but for the most part, and if you look back on your own life too, I'm willing to bet that you're going to see this too. For the most part, again, doesn't mean everything, doesn't mean 100% of the time, but for the most part, our stress or anxiety or worries or like sadness, right? Depression, it comes from doing things that we know we're not supposed to be doing, whether it be bad habits or giving into addiction, or simply just living a life that we know we're not really supposed to be living, yet we are anyway. Or not doing things that we know we're supposed to be doing. You know, working out, staying physically active, going out and adventuring the world. And I'm telling you, man, and yeah, getting outdoors, right? Building a relationship with God, finding good people. But I'm telling you, a huge part of my past self that would always get me down. Or wait, did I word that right? A huge part of my past self that I noticed was always down was the version of me that never actually got out in the world. That stayed inside his bedroom as long and as much as he possibly could. And yeah, don't get me wrong, it was comfy. It was nice and cozy. And don't get me wrong as well, there's nothing wrong with resting and relaxing, or taking some chill time to yourself, or you know, chilling in your room for a little bit, having your alone time. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. But what I'm saying is that when that becomes all of your life besides work, when your life is literally just work and then do nothing after, then even if you like your work, you know, which is great, even if you like it, you're still going to notice a big chunk of your life missing, man. And you're going to start getting down on yourself, and you're going to start being more anxious and stressed. And a lot of us just look right to work and say, hey, it's because of work. It's all because of work. If I wasn't working, life would be better. It's all because of work. Unless you're someone that really likes their work, and that's great. But even when we like our work, we still blame it sometimes. I mean, even what I'm doing now for work, I love what I'm doing, man. I love it. But there's been a lot of times too when I'm not feeling my greatest self, when I'm down in the dumps or I'm stressed. I'll look to work and I'll just be like, yeah, it's because I've been working all day. It's because I've been working all day, even though I like my work. Rather than just saying, no, Justin, it's because you haven't gotten out today. You haven't done your workout today. You haven't spent the time with God you know you're supposed to be spending today. You haven't reached out to those people that you know you're supposed to be reaching out to. You gave into bad habits and bad addictions. You stuffed your face with junk food when you know that you should be eating healthier. But no, I wouldn't admit that, right? Or at least I used to not admit that. And while I'm not like addicted like I used to be in the past anymore, there's still times where I give into the bad habits, right? There's still times where I go out and I stuff my face with a fat old juicy burger, or I chug down an ice cream. And I'll do this after I've had my calories for the day and after I've actually eaten for the day, and now I'm just slobbing away at stuff. And it's like, dude, we can't go around blaming everything. We can't go around blaming certain people or our jobs or our routines. The only things that we can blame, only people that we can blame is ourselves. Not to try to get down on ourselves, not to try to attack ourselves, but to become better. Because the man who has a problem but doesn't admit that he has a problem, he can't fix it because he genuinely doesn't think that he has a problem. So he'll never be able to fix it because he genuinely does not think he has a problem. And if you don't think you have a problem, how are you going to fix it then if you believe that you don't even have it? But if you can just humble up, man, this is why even, the Bible talks about being humble and, praises it so much. Because it's true, man. If you can just humble up, swallow your pride, and just say, yeah, you know what? The reason that I'm not doing that great in life, or the reason that I'm not having that great of a day or great of a week, it's my fault. Not that I'm a terrible person. Not that I'm worthless or a loser. But simply because I've been making decisions that I know I shouldn't be making. I've been given into bad habits or making bad choices that I know I shouldn't be making. I'm supposed to be doing my workouts. I'm supposed to be spending time in prayer. I'm supposed to be getting outside. I'm supposed to be adventuring. I'm supposed to be getting some fresh air. I'm supposed to be, building these relationships with people, spending time with good people. But I've chosen to not do that. For whatever reason. Maybe I'm afraid to go after what I think I'm built here for on this earth. Maybe you're not doing the things you know you should be doing. Maybe it's out of fear. Maybe it's out of, slacking off. Maybe it's out of believing a lie that's not true, like believing that you don't have enough time, when in reality you do have enough time. It could be any reason, man. I'm not talking about, the reason. The reason's kind of up for you to figure out and decide for yourself. But what I am saying is that I couldn't agree with that statement more, that most of our stress and anxiety and even sadness or depression simply comes from either doing things that we know we shouldn't be doing or not doing things that we know we should be doing. And I'm telling you, man, like when you have that gut feeling to do something or not do something right, what happens when you don't listen to that gut feeling? 99% of the time, it turns out that, oh shoot, I should have listened to that feeling. I should have listened to it, right? And I'm telling you, man, I believe God speaks to us, yes, through His Word, yes, through other people, yes, through dreams. I mean, God can speak to us in many ways. And I truly believe that one of the ways that He speaks to us, man, is through our own gut feelings, man. It's through our own kind of heartfelt or spirit-felt feelings. Like when you have that feeling inside of you that you know that you should be doing something. You know you should be going after something. You know that there's something in this life that you need to do, and you're just not doing it, then that's why those negative feelings come upon you, because you're going against what you know that you should be doing deep down inside. And I believe God put those feelings in us, man, to try to tell us something that, hey, you better get to work on doing this. And again, vice versa, when we get those feelings like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, or I shouldn't be given into addictions or bad habits, I shouldn't be doing this certain thing, but then we end up doing it because it's easy, because it feels good in the end, because whatever reason, we go against that kind of natural gut feeling that God's put in us. And when we go against it, like, of course the negative feelings come upon us, man. If you go against God, you're basically for the devil. Not that you're some evil person or anything, I mean, we're all human. We all screw up and make mistakes. We all sin. We all do stupid things and make wrong decisions. But if you go against God, like, of course you're not going to feel great, man, because you're going against the one who created you. Even if you're not meaning to, like, necessarily go for the devil or whatever, but the point is, going against God is just like, it's fairly similar, at least, to serving the devil, even if it's just for one thing, man. And so, yeah, of course, when we go against good, we're not going to feel good. And when we go for something that's wrong or bad, of course, we're going to feel bad. That's just how it works, man. So when you got that gut feeling, when you got that feeling inside of you saying, hey, I need to be doing this in my life. I need to be working out more. I need to be going after that goal or dream that everyone's told me I shouldn't go after because it's too risky. I need to at least give it a shot. I need to do this in my season of life. And if it fails, then at least I can look back and say I tried. But I just know that I need to be doing this thing. I know I need to be doing these good habits. I know I need to be getting out more. I know I need to be meeting more people. I know I need to be going after that goal or dream or whatever God's put on my heart. I know I need to be doing this. My man, don't let anyone or anything hold you back from listening to that gut feeling of knowing that you should be doing something, you know? Because if you're feeling stressed or anxious or even down in the dumps, chances are, and again, it's not 100% of the time, but chances are it's because you're just going against the thing that you know you should be doing. You're not doing that thing that you know you should be doing. And if you have that gut feeling saying, hey, I should not be doing this. I should not be giving into these bad habits or bad addictions. I should not be living this way of life. I know there's a different way of life God's calling me to live, but everyone else tells me it's too risky, it's too much, I shouldn't do it. My man, don't listen to those people. Don't listen to your own thoughts. Listen to what you know you should be doing. Because if worst comes to worst, right, let's just say that you go after that thing. Let's just say you start doing that thing that you know you should be doing. Or stop doing the thing that you know you shouldn't be doing. Even if everyone else doesn't support you, even if your own fears or anxieties tell you like, oh, it's too risky, the worst thing that can happen is it simply doesn't work out. And what happens after that? God will get you back on track, man. And you could look back and say, oh, but if God, if God wanted me to do this, why wouldn't he make it work out? It's possible he could have been teaching you something, man. Do you know how many times in college I've changed my major? And each time I changed it, I always thought, this is it right here. This is me right here. And then after the semester was over, I come to realize, no, it's not me. But what I did realize is that, at first I was thinking God might just want me to fail or something, or God doesn't actually have my back. But what I came to realize is God just wanted to teach me something. God just wanted to teach me that these paths I thought were me are actually not me. And it's glad I learned it now, because if I had never gone down those paths or never tried it out, even though my gut was telling me to try them out, right? My gut was telling me to try them out, and I listened to it, and they ended up failing in the end. But you know what? I learned something. I learned that it's not for me, and it never will be. Whereas if I never tried those things out, I would have gone my whole life wondering, are they for me or are they not for me? And eventually, I probably would have gone crazy and dropped everything and tried to go back to college or something and try to take those classes, and then ended up realizing that they're not for me. And I'm like, oh shoot, now my life's a mess. Because I did it now rather than earlier in my life when my gut told me to. So yeah, even though I spent a lot of money and a lot of time on a lot of different college courses, man, and a lot of different majors, in the end, I sometimes think I wasted my money and I wasted my time, but I come to realize that I'm actually glad that I did, because I learned something, that they're not for me. I simply learned that they're not for me, and now I'll never go my whole life wondering if it ever would have been or not, because I already know the answer. So even if you have that gut feeling and you go after it with all of your heart, man, and all of your soul, and it fails, then at least you've learned something from it. Because failure and loss is the greatest teacher of all time, besides God himself, of course. So even if you go after that gut feeling and you end up even if you go after that gut feeling of doing something that you should be doing or not doing something that you should not be doing, and you end up failing in the end, or it doesn't work out in the end, at least you've learned something, So don't get down on yourself about it. But if you have that gut feeling saying, hey, I need to be doing something, or I need to stop doing this, you better darn well listen to it, man. Because chances are is that it's the cause of your anxiety, stress, sadness, depression, etc. And if you just listen to that gut feeling and do what you know God's telling you to do, and stop doing what you know God's telling you to stop doing, then man, those are the type of things that have actually made my life a lot better. Is when I finally just humbled myself, said, hey, I got to stop blaming everyone else as to why I cannot do this thing. I got to stop blaming the world or my job or etc. as to why I am doing this thing and I should not be, or as to why I'm not doing this thing and I should be. And I simply just stop making up excuses, and I just start doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing, and then stop doing what I know I'm supposed to not be doing, and bada boom, it worked out in the end, man. And my life is never been more in place and never been more put together than when I finally just when I finally just started listening to those gut feelings, regardless of what anyone else or anything else may have told me. When I finally just started listening to what I know God was putting in me to do and to not do, regardless of what anyone else says. So you want to get rid of a big chunk of your stress and anxiety, or even sadness, or just negative feelings in this life? Start listening to the gut feeling. Start listening to what you know you should be doing. Start listening to what you know God's telling you to do. and just do it no matter what people say or think, no matter how much time you have, no matter what the excuse that you come up with in your mind is. Screw the excuses and just do what you know you should be doing, and stop doing what you know you should not be doing. And if you are addicted to bad habits or bad things, then my man, the more that you just spend time doing good things and good habits and living a good life, the more that those bad habits and bad addictions will work its way out. Because number one, you're not making time for it anymore. Number two, good always overcomes evil. And in the end, maybe not right away at first, but in the end it always does. God's word says it. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. So the more good that you do, and the more good habits that you build, and the more, ways that you spend time doing good things in this life, the more that those bad habits and bad addictions will work its way out, because you're not even going to have time for it anymore. And good always overcomes evil in the end. That's literally, in a nutshell, how I've gotten rid of my bad habits and bad addictions. I've replaced all my bad habits with good habits and invested more time into doing those good habits and good things, and therefore I have no time for the bad habits. And number two, good in the end always overcomes evil. But anyway, do what you know you should be doing, and then stop doing what you know you should not be doing. And I'm telling you, that's when you start getting your life back on track, and that's when you start really realizing God's goodness, because you're realizing, hey, He put this inside me all along for a reason. And once I finally started listening to it and just doing it, I realized why He's doing it. So praise God, man. Anyway, time to get to the workout. Let's go. All right, we got another bro that wants to be in the video. This guy actually almost just flew in my car. He literally flew right by the window and just barely hit the edge of it, and then ended up flying down, and then he sat on the front right there. I had a good old scare, man. I thought he was about to fly into my car, but I think I'd rather him be sitting on the front. I think that's where it best works out. But he's gone now. Here we are, going back to our spot from what was it, a week or two ago? Back to those train tracks down there. Now, will I actually work out on the train tracks? No, but will I work out near them? Heck yeah. And I saw a train coming by not too long ago, and I was like, that would be so epic to work out as a train is coming by. But yeah, the beautiful sunset. I just saw the sunset, or the sun starting to set, and I'm just like, man, if there's any spot I gotta go, it's here. This is where I'm at this evening for my workouts, and a little adventure over there. So I know we've kind of adventured over there before already, but still, I wanted to come back here again. I was like, this is too nice. And it's kind of cool though, because I had to cross the street just to even come down here. And there's a parking lot way down back that way that I parked at. So to be able to come over here is kind of cool. Hold up. And there was no cars on that road the entire time I was walking. Maybe one. And of course, right when I go past that little metal part there, where I can't really jump over it because it's more of a sewer part down there, and there's those giant plants. I have to start at the end and then run around it. The second I go to do that, I see a car coming, man. So I just Rocky style sprinted it over here. I'm like, the car couldn't have come at any other time. That was a heck of a little adventure. And here we are, this beautiful part again. And then also where I saw this last time. And he answered, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. 100%, man, 100%. And it's especially hard when, people like to pick on you or try to put you down, but it's like, man, sometimes you just got to kind of swallow your pride and understand that even the people that pick on you or hate you or whatever, they have their reasons. Everyone's grown up in their own way. Every person that is today, every person that you see, has been kind of molded into that person. So even if people do hate you or don't like you or whatever, it's like, hey, do your best not to hate on them too much or pick on them too much, because it's like, again, everyone's been kind of molded into who they are today. And some people have been, taught that hating and picking on others is a good thing, that you should. Some people have grown up in a form of self-defense where, you know, they start attacking others before they can attack them. You know, there's many reasons why people might pick on you or not like you or hate you or whatever. It's like, man, we just got to do our best to love everyone regardless, because, again, everyone's been kind of molded into who they are today. It's not like they're just picking on you for no reason. You know, they just been molded into that kind of person. You know, so don't forget that. In the meantime, enjoy like a peaceful little lake over here. This is pretty cool. And then boom, you got the train tracks right over there. I still wish I could walk up to them, but yeah, you know, one of these days I'm gonna go to that one spot that I was talking to you about. It's a spot with train tracks, and you could actually go right on them. And sure, of course, while I'm gonna be careful and everything, I still want to go right on them and do a little workout by them too, because yeah, I don't know what it is about train tracks, man, but they're just like so cool and kind of mesmerizing in a way. I feel so adventurous when I come across a thing of train tracks. Like, I feel so adventurous out here, even though it's not like I hiked a mountain or anything, you know. Took me about like 20 minutes to get over here but still, you know, although it's not some big old huge adventure, it still feels very adventurous. And just being able to look out into the distance like that too. Oh gosh, that's beautiful. So yeah, this, my friend, this is where I'm going to be doing my workout. So let's get to it. Yeah, and shout out to a couple people in my private community that I have, because I've heard a couple people say that they've been just really doing the workout that they enjoy the most, and that's also going to help them hit their goals. And it's like, my man, look, you're going to hear people say, like online gym influencers, and you're going to hear other people say that the best workout is weightlifting. No, the best workout is calisthenics. No, the best workout is, you know, like body weight. No, the best workout is weighted vests. No, the best workout, you want to know what the best workout is? You want to know what the best one is? Yeah, that might be the best for them, and that's great, but you want to know what the best one for everyone is? The best workout for everyone is the one that you love so much that it's like fun to you, and that also helps you to hit your goals. Like doing stuff like this. Sure, I can be like everyone else, man, and just go to a gym. And I might join the gym back in the winter time just for like social purposes, but I would also split it up between the gym and outside. Why? Because I genuinely love, I love being out here, man. I love being out here. I don't do your average, you know, weightlifting, benching workouts or anything. I mean, I have a weighted vest on. I'm over by some train tracks, about to do like a chest workout. I've gone to a place with little waterfalls. I've done workouts in the sunset and the sunrise. I've done workouts just in the middle of a forest. I mean, I've done workouts everywhere, man. And I do it because I love it. And it also helps me to hit my fitness goals. So that's what matters, man. If your workout helps you to hit your fitness goals and you genuinely love it, then it's perfect. But if it only helps you to hit your goals, but you hate doing it, or you just don't really care to do it or whatever, yeah, you might do it for a little while, but you're gonna end up giving up. Trust me, been there, done that. You gotta have a workout that, yes, gets you to your fitness goals, of course, but also that you love doing. You know, and I've realized whether I'm doing weightlifting or calisthenics, I've been able to build muscle. And yeah, I'm not some Arnold Schwartz by any means, but I've come a long way since I was, you know, a little guy. And either way, weightlifting or calisthenics, I've built muscle. I do calisthenics outdoors because I absolutely love it. In the gym, like I used to love a lot too. And hey, I still have great memories that I made at the gym, but at some point I fell out of love with it, and then I stopped loving it so much. And as you can imagine, I would skip a lot of days, and you know, eventually I just ended up quitting and stuff because I just didn't love it, man. You know, no matter how hard I pushed or disciplined myself, the love cut off so much over time that I ended up quitting. You know, it's like a relationship. You know, I can sit here and be like, oh, you know, discipline yourself to stay with this girl, but it's like, if you don't love her, man, she's not the one for you, right? I can sit here and say, oh yeah, you know, be disciplined and be a man and just stick with the gym no matter what. But it's like, dude, if you don't love it, then it's just not the one for you. I can sit here and say everyone needs to be like me, right? Everyone needs to do weightlifting everyone needs to do weighted vest calisthenics. But if you try it for a long time and you just don't end up loving it, like, yeah, of course you should try it. I think it's a great thing to try new things. But if you just don't end up falling in love with it, or you do, but then you end up falling out of love with it and stuff, it's like, my man, you're not going to end up sticking with it. It's not the one for you. So you got to find the workout that's best for you, and that also helps you to hit your fitness goals. That's the bottom line. And so when I do stuff like this, man, I get to work out and adventure at the same time. Nothing like it. I love it. So that being said, let's get to this. Today I'm hitting chest. So I'm gonna be doing different variations of push-ups, right? Regular push-ups will hit like just your regular, you know, like kind of like the middle, like the average of your chest, right? The regular push-ups will hit your chest, but then if you do incline push-ups, which is like on a certain slant, it'll hit your upper chest more. Decline will hit your lower chest. Wide grip will hit your outer. Close grip will hit your inner. And you can also mix things up too. Like sometimes I'll do planks into push-ups. Sometimes I'll do like shoulder push-ups that'll end up hitting my shoulders too, but today's a big chest focus. So I'm mostly focused on my chest. You can also do like tricep push-ups that'll hit your triceps. But like I said, today's just chest focus. So I'm just gonna do any kind of push-ups that hit my chest. So yeah, let's get to it. Sunset in the background. That's beautiful, man. That's actually flipping beautiful. If I can like somehow get that. Man, look at that uneven tan. Do you see the uneven tan? Ooh, that's bad. Cause I like that shot with the sun, man. Then you also got like there was no train tracks that came by during this workout, sadly, but I'm gonna embrace this. Hold up. Oh, tell me that ain't beautiful. yeah, that's beautiful, all right. But yeah, that'll do it, man. That'll do it. So I'm gonna see you back at the car for our Bible reading. Real quick, this is the spot where I had to run from over there, like at the very end of that metal thing, all the way like down here when the car came at the perfect timing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record this and see, you know, if on this very, very busy street, as you can see, if there's actually a car that comes at the perfect time. But since I'm recording and trying to give proof, it's not gonna happen, so I'm sure I'll be safe this time. Oh, nope. Well, that car's coming that way. It would have to be coming from that way, actually, which I guess makes it a bit easier. But there will be no car coming from that way this time. You know. Actually, no, that was the way it was coming from last time, too. Yeah. Yeah, it has to come from that way. Oh, yep, there we go. We've got a Rocky style this, man. Rocky style. Gotta sprint like Rocky for that, bro. All right, well, I guess it's kind of proof of what I had to do there. Like how I had to run right like on the side of that metal thing since you can't go across otherwise. Anyway, I'll see you back at the car. And there, my friend, there is that beautiful view. It's kind of cool having like the street, like just kind of walking across there, down to that spot. That's just, gosh, it's so beautiful, man. Like, it just gets me intense. It's so beautiful. I wish I could. Sometimes I wish I could just, you know, go out in like the middle of like an open place like that, or, you know, and just have like a mini house out there or something that I could sleep in overnight or whatever, you know. It's kind of like those, you know, a lot of people think it's the luxurious stuff in life that you appreciate. Nah, man. It's all the little stuff. It's all the stuff that, yeah, I mean, can cost money, absolutely, but even the stuff that doesn't cost money. It's the little stuff, the little adventures, the little good times, the little memories. And even when I was creating my new intro scene, you know, I just look back and I'm like, wow, all those times, all those clips that I played, I was in the midst of creating great memories. And it didn't even feel like it, you know? And during those times where I was doing those workouts and adventuring and even doing those talks, I mean, it didn't feel like I was in the midst of creating good memories. But when I look back at it and, you know, the way that I played it, and I get like a second glimpse of each, you know, of like each of the days that I've gone through, I'm like, wow, man, those are actually great memories I look back on. And I start thinking about them. I'm like, wow, it's just so weird how a lot of the times you're in the midst of creating a good memory, but it doesn't even feel like it. That's why you got to enjoy every moment and appreciate even the little things too, because they may just become some of your greatest memories, even if it doesn't feel like it now. Anyway, back to the car for real. All right, continuing where we left off at Mark 9:33. They came to Capernaum when he was in the house. He asked them, "What were you arguing about on the road?" But they kept quiet because on the way they had argued about who was the greatest. Sitting down, Jesus called the 12 and said, "Anyone who wants to be first must be the very last and the servant of all." He took a little child whom he placed among them. Taking the child in his arms, he said to them, "Whoever welcomes one of these little children in my name welcomes me, and whoever welcomes me does not welcome me, but the one who sent me." "Teacher," said John, "we saw someone driving out demons in your name, and we told him to stop, because he was not one of us." "Do not stop him," Jesus said, "for no one who does a miracle in my name can in the next moment say anything bad about me." Amen to that. "For whoever is not against us is for us. Truly I tell you, anyone who gives you a cup of water in my name, because you belong to the Messiah, will certainly not lose their reward. If anyone causes one of these little ones, those who believe in me, to stumble, it would be better for them if a large millstone were hung around their neck and they were thrown into the sea. If your hand causes you to stumble, cut it off. It is better for you to enter life maimed than with 2 hands to go into hell, where the fire never goes out. And if your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off. It is better for you to enter life crippled than to have 2 feet and to be thrown into hell. And if your eyes cause you to stumble, pluck it out. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with 1 eye than to have 2 eyes and be thrown into hell, where the worms that eat them do not die, and the fire is not quenched. Everyone will be salted with fire. Salt is good, but if it loses its saltiness, how can you make it salty again? Have salt among yourselves and be at peace with each other." Amen. Be at peace with each other. And as for the cutting your hands and eyes off and stuff like that, you know, it's possible that he could have meant it literally. It's possible. But what I take it out of it is that anything in this life that's causing you to move away from Jesus or move away from good, you know, whether it be bad habits or addictions or whatever, you know, any bad friends, No matter how good those bad habits may feel, or no matter how fun it might be hanging around those bad people, even if the bad people in your life, you kind of know that they're bad, but yet they're the only ones that you really have in your life. And the bad habits, you know that they're bad, but in the end, they kind of keep you satisfied in a world where you don't feel very satisfied. It doesn't matter how it makes you feel or what exactly it does for you. The bottom line is if it's bad or evil, then it's better just to take it out of your life. I think that's what Jesus is getting at, is that, don't actually go around cutting yourself off or anything, or chopping off your body parts, but cut out everything in your life that is, causing you to do bad or not do good or anything like that. Cut anything and anyone out of your life that is taking you away from Jesus and taking you away from doing good, So that's what I get out of it. And again, even though those bad habits might feel good, they might be the only things that are keeping you satisfied in life, it doesn't matter. It's still better to have them not in your life. It's better to be alone than to have bad people around you. It's better to be unsatisfied with anything in your life rather than to have only one source of satisfaction, which would be like the bad habits and stuff. So that's the bottom line, is it doesn't matter how it makes you feel or what, if it's bad or evil or causing you to stumble, move away from Jesus, do anything bad, stuff like that. It's better that you just cut it out of your life. That's what I'm really getting at it. So that being said, let's go forth remembering that, But other than that, this has been the mission for today, and let's go forth becoming, the great masculine men God made us and calls us to be. And I will see you tomorrow to continue the mission.